niko na the one and only Mr. Anderson Juma, ule wa Papa Shirandula. Acha asalimie watu alafu tuendelee kupiga story na yeye.
Hey folks, how you doing? My name is William Juma. You know me as Juma Anderson. Yes, I'm all yours now.
Sawa. So guys, kuna commotion ndogo yenye staki to affect, but we are doing this. Now, Mr. Juma Anderson, kama wengi wenyu mnamjua, amekuwa a very very prominent actor kwa hii industry, almost 20 years kuendelea, because I'm 20 years old. So, wacha tuanzie na story yake, how he got to Papa Shirandula. Hiyo ndo swali ya kwanza.
For Papa Shirandula, like most actors in that program, I auditioned. I was told about it. I auditioned and then got the role. But I wasn't sure whether I was going to be given the character Juma Anderson or any other character. So what the director did, he asked me if I had a suit and if I was able to drive. And so I told him, yes, I did have a suit and I was able to drive. So on the D-Day, the day we were going to shoot the first episode, actually the first scene, I was told to go on set, which by then was at the Royal Media Services. The gate where we were shooting, where Papa was at the Royal Media Services. I went there. I saw guys shooting Papa, although I knew like all of them because we had met before, but I wasn't sure which character I was going to be given. Yes. Next thing I knew, I was told, hey, ingia kwa hiyo gari. By then ilikuwa ni gari ya Washira Waruru. Ingia kwa gari. Sasa wewe ni boss, huyo ako kwa gate ni watchman wako. Now treat him like any other boss would treat his askari. And that was it.
There was no script.
There wasn't any script by then. Yes, my first act, there was no script. I was given scripts later on, but on that scene, there was no script.
Okay. So this is the first day yenye una meet Papa mwenyewe, ama Mr. Wilberforce?
I had met Papa before because my foundation of acting is from the National Theatre. Papa pia alikuwa ni mtu wa National Theatre. So we had actually done several plays before the program came on air. Yeah, so we knew each other. I knew Will Broder before the program. I knew Mama Nyagodho before the program. I knew Njoroge. We had met before, yes.
Okay. Now, as we are continuing, there came a time when Papa akapass. Now, the demise of Papa really affect the whole nation because we were looking up to him. But you knowing him personally, how did it affect you?
First of all, by the time Papa was dying, we had shot the program for close to over 10 years. Now, you are on set like every week from 7 in the morning to 8 in the evening, sometimes beyond that. So you are like a family. Losing one of you was going to be very devastating. Another thing is, like I said, mimi na Papa tulikuwa stage, tumeact pamoja, so tulikuwa tunajuana. In fact, he never used to call me when off script. When we were not shooting, he used to call me Josh because Juma is my real name. So he used to call me, hey, niaje Josh, unafikiria tunaweza tafuta huyu msee anaweza fit hii role. So it is Papa was someone that we had a tight bond together. Other than being in the program, we had a tight bond from the National Theatre and other stage kind of plays. Okay. Yes.
Now, tukitoka hapo about 2 weeks ago, there came hiyo issue ya Ochonjo akafa. Now you are there. I saw you at his burial, and the whole team was there to support him. How do you meet Ochonjo?
I met Ochonjo when we were doing I have a production known as Culture Spill Productions. We do plays. We used to do plays at the National Theatre before COVID came in. When COVID came, everything stopped, and we've not done any other play since. But other than plays, we also used to do movies. So there's a movie I casted Ochonjo on. It was a Luo movie, fortunately or unfortunately. And Ochonjo was he was casted as Ochonjo. This movie was shot outside Nairobi, and we stayed with him for close to 1 week shooting together. Then from the movie, we went promoting the movie. After it was shot, we went promoting together. Then we came back, and in that production known as Culture Spill, we did plays together. So I'm a director, a stage director, so I directed him on stage. Other than that, we are also in the same forum where we interact as actors, as just guys who know each other. When there's a job, we share together. He was a fan of Arsenal. I'm a staunch fan of Manchester United. So we are always, throwing banters at each other. Even up to a week before he fell sick, we were still throwing banters at each other. So when he fell sick, I think I was among the guys that were told that he's sick, and we took him as a colleague. We took him to hospital. There was one of us who took care of him while in hospital. So when he died, it was upon us, and some other lady who I think I should mention, Caro Midimo, who was very instrumental in coordinating everything. And that is how I got to be involved intensely in Ochonjo'S funeral arrangement, unfortunately. But he's someone that I know, someone I've directed, so it's like someone I've trained at the National Theatre. Yeah, so his death again, devastating.
Okay.
But si hiyo ndio njia.
Hiyo ndio njia.
Sote tunaelekea huko.
Okay. Now, turudi kwa actors now, you as an actor, the government now, you were saying earlier on in a certain press, you talked about the government taxing actors about 5% of what they earn from their creation. Now, there is this proposed taxation of content creators of about 15% of what they earn. Now, what is your take on this? Like your real take, as in una feel aje?
Unajua hata Biblia inasema ya Kaisari mpe Kaisari, sio? First of all, as actors, we get taxed. When you do a commercial, an advertisement, you get taxed. When you do a movie, you get taxed. When you perform on stage, there is some sort of taxation because you're going to pay stage, and from there you get taxed. When you are in a series, you get taxed. It's called withholding tax, which as up to now, it's still 5%. But now the government is proposing to push it to around 15%. Now, I know about actors. I am not sure about content creators because mambo ya YouTube, TikTokers, the government was still trying to find a way through which they can tax it. Not just our government. Most governments out there are trying to find a way to get money from content creators. I think it's a good thing. We all need to pay taxes. But personally, my personal opinion is that 15% is on the higher side. So we have a Kenya Actors Guild that deals with the rights, they tetea wasanii. We have officials there, and I know they are very active people, our officials. They're going to have a conversation with the chairman of the budgeting committee and see if it can be maintained at 5% and not 15%. Because as things are, kazi zenyewe haziko. Kama kungekuwa na kazi, we wouldn't mind, but sahi hakuna job. Okay. So our prayer is that it is maintained at 5%. Okay. Yes, including content creators. I'm talking about TikTokers, YouTubers, and all those. Yeah.
Okay. Now, there was this motion that the said content creators have created that they're saying that government haijakuwa ikiwaprovidea jobs. These are jobs that hao wenyewe wanaenda wanajitafutia after they have college degrees, they have that, but they can't get real jobs. So they have to go deep into their pockets, look for everything, so that waanze one by stand or by camera. Now, Eric Omondi is one of the actors when maybe work now before, and he was of the strong opinion that hii story yote ya tax itolewe tu, and if the government want to tax content creators, wafanye like provided the equipment and all that before our tax.
Yeah, I mean, it's true the government doesn't give us jobs, and youngsters are finding jobs on their own. So this government should reciprocate. I mean, wanasema watatafutia vijana kazi. It should be, whatever they do should show that they are at least extending a hand. And this government haitakupatia job. They make the environment conducive so that you are able to do your job. Most of the time, most governments across the world make the environment conducive so that you do your job without really hustling too much. And yes, as I said, taxation, we have to pay tax, but they should not do it in such a way that unakaa unafinyika, yani once you do your job, you go home empty-handed. No, it shouldn't be like that. Let them tax us, but with moderation, like what they've been doing. 5% is understandable. Again, on equipment, they should also, they should reduce the taxation on equipment. Because you bring equipment, you buy equipment from abroad, you bring them here, you get taxed. Then you want to go, for instance, you want to go shoot at Amboseli or Masai Mara, you get taxed. So these are things that they should subsidize on. And of course, gava ipatie vijana jobs. Hizi jobs wanapatia nini? Hizi jobs wanapatia wazai huko juu. I mean, they should at least give it to the youngsters so that we don't just cry, but we become part of them. Okay. Yes. Eric Omondi is saying that gava itoe tax, that is short-lived. I think kutoa wataitoa saa hii wawache kututax, but eventually another government will come with it. The best thing to do is to find a long-lasting solution. And I maintain 5% withholding tax is not bad. Okay. Yes.
Do you know why the content creators are fighting this? It's because they are already being taxed 30%.
Oh boy, that's news.
And then the banks also take another 2,000 Kenya shillings.
Of course, yeah. I think is this: the government will never listen to an individual. Government listens to a multitude. TikTokers, YouTubers, they come together and speak with one voice? Form an organization, some sort of an organization. You see, actors have Actors Guild. Actors Guild, we can easily send our representatives to go and talk to them. Ikitoka hapo, we have PRISC, Performance Rights Society of Kenya. We can send our officials to go and negotiate on our behalf. But for TikTokers and YouTubers, you have someone in Lokichogo who's a TikToker. He wants to talk to the government as an individual. It's never easy. So form some sort of an umbrella body. Have these people speak on your behalf. If it is Omondi that you want to speak for you, let him be elected by members of the association. This way, the government will listen to you. Otherwise, you know very well that government don't listen to an individual.
Okay.
They listen to people.
Okay. As a tukimaliza, you're one of the greatest directors mwenye tunajua. Do you have job opportunities kwa your company for those people who are outside there and they have the talent?
Oh, by the way, I share when, nowadays, acting jobs are shared online. So if you're not in my cycle, you may not get it. If you're not in my circle, you won't get it, because it's not like it used to happen ati mtu anatengeneza poster anaweka hapo. Jobs are shared online. I share on my pages. I'm strong on Facebook. Mimi ni mzee. I'm strong on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, once in a while. I'm there. So those are the platforms through which I share I share those job opportunities. I may not have them, but when I get them from my contacts, I share them with the upcoming artists. Another thing is, if you're an actor, you're an aspiring actor, do not struggle to become a superstar tomorrow. It's not possible. Some of these guys, Eric Omondis, the Churchills, Delangos, they started from down there and then they climbed the ladder. Don't come to me and say, I want to be on TV, and tomorrow you're on TV, the next day you're a superstar. That is short-lived. So start pole pole, stage kama unaweza. There you learn the discipline, because in acting, hakuna boss wako, wewe ndio boss wako. You may go get a movie today that's going to pay you 5 million. And you've never earned even $500,000. So you have 5 million because you are in this movie and you are not disciplined. Next thing, you're drinking yourself silly, you're wasting money. But when you start from stage where you earn little and you earn the etiquettes of acting, then you'll know how to control yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Your parting shot to your fans and everyone.
We love you. You guys are the ones that make us what we are. Please support these youngsters, because you never know if you have a family, you need to support them, because your son, your boy, might just be one of the bloggers. If you are a youngster who wants to be a blogger, well, learn from these people. Learn. It is hard work and consistency. Never giving up, no sleep. If you want to act, find me on Facebook, Juma Anderson. It's very easy. Utaona hii sura mbaya, Juma Anderson. Inbox me. I try to answer those messages. If you're on Instagram, Juma Anders. Still Juma Anderson, but Juma Anders. You'll find me. Tell me whatever you want. If I'm able to assist, I will assist you. Otherwise, thank you very much for supporting me. I am 76 years old, and I remain young because you've been with me all through. May the good Lord bless you all.
And you too. Thank you.